Hi everyone, I'm back. I am so sorry it's been such a long time, but there was some stuff going on at home and I haven't had the time to do any editing whatsoever or any builds. It's been quite depressing at home at the moment, but finally everything seems to be back to where it's supposed to be, and I can just crack on what I prefer to do, and I've got a bit more free time now, so I thought, right, time to edit. Switch on the computer. It's been off for like 2 weeks, but I hope everyone's had a nice time. You know, I hope those that go to work stay safe, because it's still not the best. Even though in Wales we're on level 0, it's more like we're still in lockdown, because we can't still do a few things. Like, we can't meet our friends in like a large group, because some of us do have quite a bit of friends and we miss them and we want to see them, but at the same time we prefer to stay safe. So here we are, we're outside. We are finishing a little bit of the decoration around the door. This little detail we got everywhere around here, especially in the old terrace houses in the valleys. This is very normal design pattern. I was going to add greenery outside, but where I live we don't have this space, this green bit by the pavement. We don't even have that. We just have a pavement and maybe a step or two to go into the house, and that's it. We're just literally right by the pavement. We don't have the green. If you have the green, you're very lucky. Extremely lucky. But it works. I'm trying to make it as realistic to what it looks like around me, and to me this is more or less what it looks like. I imagine the owner of this house is an elder. I can't imagine a young person living here, unless it's passed down and they just recently moved in. But I imagine an older lady living here, and sadly I imagine this lady has been through some trouble in her life, because when I was doing, when I was designing this house, I thought, an older lady, and I just wanted, well, no one wants to do it, but I thought maybe she went through some troubling times, like a child passed away, and I find one of those pictures with the different people in them, and I pick one and I put that above the fireplace. You see me doing that when I do the living room. I imagine it's her only child, maybe. I imagine she's got maybe a niece and nephew somewhere, but sadly this was her only child and he passed away, and he hasn't touched anything in his room since he passed away, because I make it quite cluttered, like she just stored all of his belongings in his room and just never touched them, which is sad. And sadly I know family members that has kept their partner's belongings and never think to move them, but I understand, because we don't want to touch things that doesn't need to be touched. The kitchen is dated, but it's how I imagined she would like it, because when I think of older people I imagine my great grandmother, and it was always brown, like dark brown and flowery, floral. It's classic grandma, but it's not a style I think I'll ever go for. But you know, in a few years time, when our kids are grown up and they will look at our pictures when we lived in our homes, they'll say, "Mom, why have that colour in your house?" And we will say the exact same that our grandparents and parents would say, "It was the style." So the bathroom's dated too. I've had a touch of green in there. I thought that'd be a nice colour for her. My great grandmother loved green. It was her absolute favourite colour. And most of her towels in the bathroom, they were green. Green's not my colour. So the bedroom is dated like the rest of the house, dark woods. I was going to use a university wardrobe, but it was just too big and I didn't have the tool mod. I have downloaded that now, but when I built these houses I did not have it. But I got it, and I've got a new build coming out soon. I don't know when I'll upload that. I think I'll upload it before the last part for this street, because it is one of my absolute favourites and it's based on my local pub. It's a Welsh pub. I miss going for a pint. A pint. This was what I was going to use in the mother's room, but I figured it'd be better in the son's room, because I had a similar one. Mine was encased around the bed. You know, you had a wardrobe, you had like a storage unit above your head, and then you had another wardrobe or a mirror for closet. I had one of those. I'm a 90s child. We had stuff like that. See, everything is collected. I imagine all his shoes, like his rugby boots or his football maybe. I just imagine, yeah, she hasn't touched it, and she may have chucked a few bits and bobs in here, and the room is sadly decaying, because I will add a bit of mould or damp, because sadly it's not being looked after. As much as she doesn't want to go in here, the room is sadly decaying. See, I imagine a bit of mould and damp. I'll add a bit on the floor. I wish we had like a brown colour, because I was going to use like an orangey colour, but it just came out very rusty. Doesn't work, so I had to go for a green. This is the mother's knit room, I imagine. I imagine she did a lot of knitting in here at one point. I don't imagine her going in here as often. Imagine her knitting her son's hats, gloves, everything when he was younger, and she just can't go in there anymore. Too many memories, and it's just sadly, yeah, it's just decaying, and it's very sad. Little detail up here on the landing. We don't even have this space in our houses as a landing. You're very lucky if you have that room. Very lucky. We just have like a short, narrow couple steps, and that's it to your bedrooms. Hardly anything. It's very green downstairs. Once again, due to my great grandmother, everything was like a green or a blue. It was easy colours, I imagine. It's just colours that was easy to get their hands on. Because even when you watch old programmes like on the BBC, you have, you know, it's the similar colours. It's just dark browns for woods, and everything's pink, everything's green, everything's blue. It's just a certain colour. It's like the 60s. When everything was like a peachy pink, like a bathroom set that was like a peachy pink. I remember my grandmother having that. Ugh. I think I add a little clutter down here as well. I can't entirely remember. It's been a long time since I did anything for these videos. But I imagine she does anything downstairs now. I can't imagine her walking upstairs all the time in her old age. But we do. The majority of them do. But I'm very happy with this room. I think it comes up nice. I imagine she kept her son's chair out of habit. Or she had a niece or nephew come over. Prefer the latter. I think it'd be nice to know that she has a family member come over every once in a while. Just gonna add a little clutter. Because I imagine she's a little bit of a hoarder in a way. Unlike one of her neighbours, he's definitely a hoarder. But, you know, this room is coming up lovely. I'm very happy how it came out. It just shows a little personality in here. And that's what it's all about. Sims is to bring somewhat life into a game. Or I heard someone say that. To me, I just like to take an image of something I've seen and try and make it as real as possible, and that's what we all do as builders. I imagine a garden a little more, well, it's not looked after, put it that way. I don't think, because she obviously is old, she doesn't have the strength, and everyone in her family is busy. They probably always see her every once in a while, and yeah, sadly there's not much you can do about it, and that is life, literally. But we are coming up to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you have enjoyed this little series. Especially when you download it, I hope you're happy with the product as well. But we are coming up to screenshots quite soon, so I'll leave you now. Thank you for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye!